In the heart of a small village nestled between quiet hills of Japan, lived an old farmer named Haruto. He was not rich. He didn't own acres of land or shiny tools, but he had something that made him stand out. A soul deeply rooted in wisdom, kindness, and unshakable patience. Haruto lived alone in a tiny wooden house with his loyal dog Taro, and a garden that had seen every season of his life. He had planted rice fields, apple trees, herbs, and tea leaves over the years. The villagers respected him, but they also whispered about how strange he was. Why was he always so calm, even in drought, even in loss? One spring morning, Haruto stood silently in his garden, watching the wind dance through the leaves. That day he made a decision that would puzzle the entire village. He would grow bamboo. Now, bamboo isn't like rice or tomatoes. It doesn't grow fast. It doesn't sprout easily. In fact, it often shows no signs of life for years. But Haruto believed in it. He believed in what couldn't be seen. He dug fresh earth, tilled the soil with his own hands, and planted the bamboo seeds with great care. Every day, he woke before sunrise, watered the patch, pulled out weeds, and whispered to the soil. Weeks passed, nothing. Months passed, still nothing. The villagers started talking. Poor old Haruto, they whispered. He's wasting his time on empty dirt. But Haruto didn't stop. He kept tending the soil, day after day, season after season. A full year passed, then another. Still, not even a sprout. His neighbors planted crops, harvested them, and earned money. But Haruto, still watering empty earth. "You're feeding dirt," his cousin scolded. "Plant something useful." Haruto only smiled and replied, "Not everything blooms when you want it to. Some things take time, but they're worth it." By the third year, people had stopped talking. By the fourth, even his family pleaded with him to give up. Why keep believing in something that gives nothing back? You're wasting your life. But Haruto never wavered. He believed in roots. He believed that just because something wasn't visible didn't mean it wasn't growing. 5 years passed. Still, the soil stayed bare. And then, in the 6th year, something miraculous happened. One quiet morning, Haruto walked out with his watering can and stopped. His eyes widened, his heart stilled. Right there, in the middle of the patch, stood a tiny green sprout. He knelt slowly. His hands trembled. A tear slid down his cheek, not from surprise, but from faith fulfilled. That little sprout? In the next 6 weeks, it grew into a bamboo stalk over 80 feet tall. The villagers rushed to see it, jaws dropping in disbelief. How did it grow so fast? Is it magic? Haruto looked up at the towering bamboo, sunlight pouring through its golden leaves, and said softly, "It didn't grow in 6 weeks. It grew in 6 years. All that time it was growing roots, deep, wide, strong. If it had sprouted earlier, it would have collapsed. But now, it will stand tall for life." We often pray for growth, but we forget that real growth begins beneath the surface. Just because the world can't see your effort doesn't mean it's wasted. Patience isn't doing nothing. It's doing the right thing again and again, even when nothing seems to change. Some things take time to grow because they're meant to last.